Say we are required to solve a problem of this nature. It says 5 over x dots 5 over x. Now once you see dots, dots denotes multiplication. I made a video a while ago and people came after me because I said that dots means times, but it actually means times in mathematics. Now, having this knowledge now, this question becomes a walkover for us. 5 times 5 is 25, and x times x is x squared, and this is equal to x over 5. At this juncture, we can simply cross multiply, so I multiply this and I multiply this way with the equal sign in between them. 5 times 25 is 125, and x squared times x is x raised to the power 3. Now, x raised to the power 3 is equal to 20, is equal to 125. This simply means that x is equal to 5. And this is one of the answers. So this is one of answers. Remember that the highest power of x in our answer here, or in this equation here, is 3. If the highest power of x in this equation here is 3, it means that x should have 3 answers. But here we have only one answer, so we have to find the remaining 2 answers. And how do we do this? We simply find the remaining 2 answers using the almighty formula. But let's solve this first. Let's solve this polynomial first, and I'll show you where we apply the almighty formula and solve this. Now, if I bring this thing over to this side, I would have x cubed minus 125 to be equal to 0. Now, with the knowledge that x is equal to 5, if I cross 5 over again, I have x minus 5 to be equal to 0. With this knowledge, I can easily say, that this x minus 5 is a factor of this equation. And for example, when we have 6, a factor of 6 is 2. If I multiply by another factor 3, I get 6. Alright? So this scenario is no different. If I'm going to multiply this factor by another factor, I have to get this equation. Meaning that when I divide this equation by this factor, I should get the remaining factor. Then let's go ahead and apply it. So we simply write x cubed, and for the sake of space, I'll simply do x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x minus 125. Now, what I have here is x minus 5. X into x cubed is x squared, and then this will give me x cubed minus 5x squared. When I subtract, I have positive 5x squared. Again, I can use positive 5x squared to divide this. And positive 5x squared, bear with me, can divide this to give me plus 5x. And then this will give me again 5x squared, you get the drill, minus 25x. Again, subtracting, I have positive 25x. And then remember that I have negative 125, so I can easily bring it down here. Let's just bring down this negative 125 here. And this makes my work easier. So 25x into this is 25, so I have plus 25. And then 25 times this will also give me this. So you can see that this division has ended. The good news now is that we now have our second factor. So we can just write that, we can just replace this equation, which is x cubed minus 125, you can replace it with x minus 5 times x squared plus 5x plus 25. And why do we do this, if you may be asking? Because when we multiply two factors, which is a multiple of a number, we get a number. So when we multiply these two factors, we get back this equation. Now, looking at this factor now, this is where the almighty formula thing comes in. This factor, this second factor, x squared plus 5x plus 25, it is not a factorizable number, a factorizable equation. Because it's not factorizable, the only formula that we can use to get approximate answers for x is the almighty formula. And what does this almighty formula state, and how do we apply it? So focusing on just this part, okay, we have that if we equate this thing to 0, we have that this is equal to 0. Now, the almighty formula is in the form of minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And this should give us our x. Alright. Now, what is b? B is the coefficient of x, which is 5. So write minus 5 plus or minus, again, b is 5, so we read out 25, which is 5 squared, minus 4, okay, is a constant. Then a is the coefficient of s squared, which is 1, alright, because we're not saying that multiplying s squared. Now, next thing is 25, which is c, okay, the constant term. C stands for constants, don't forget. Now, all over 2 times a is 2 times 1, which is 2. And remember that this is equal to our x, don't forget. Now, minus 5 remains here, plus or minus square roots of 25 minus, this times this is 100, all over 2. Now we also have minus 5 plus or minus square roots of 25 minus 100 is negative 75, all over 2 is equal to x. Now, from your knowledge of mathematics, can you take the square root of a negative number? No, you can't take the square root of a negative number. Because you can't take the square root of a negative number, we have to factor out the square root of a negative number. So we're going to have something like this: minus 5 plus or minus square root of negative 1 times square root of 75 over 2. And this is equal to x. Now, square root of negative 1 can be expressed. So anytime you see square root of negative 1, we can re-express this as I. Okay, just a term of denotation for square root of negative 1 in mathematics. So we have minus 5 plus or minus, and then square root of 75. Let me show you guys something. The square root of 75 is equal to 25 times 3. Alright, square root of 25 times 3. And this is equal to square root of 25 times square root of 3, which is equal to 5 times square root of 3. Alright, so you can easily replace this in with 5 root 3 times I all over 2, and this is equal to our x. Hence, you can see that if you factor out, you're going to have that x is equal to 5, alright, or let's say minus 5 over 2 into 5 plus or minus root 3i, okay, just like this. And then we also have the second x to be the first one which you got, which is 5. So it's either that x is this plus this, or this minus this, or that x is 5. Thanks for watching. I hope it made sense. Please like, comment, and share. Bye bye.